DJ Scottos.
So, for the thousands in attendance and the millions watching around the world, ladies and gentlemen, let's get ready to rumble!
Tell them who you've done podcasts with before, and then obviously now you're going to do a podcast with me.
Yeah, I've done 12 podcasts in series ones. I've done people that I call entrepreneurs, people that have had, talk about their life and success stories. So the people I've done so far, I've done MC Unknown, who's in music, Harry Shot, who's in music, Charlotte Devane, who's in music. I've done Danny Gould, who's a promoter of Clockwork Orange. I've done the boxing manager of Joe Joyce, CEOs of companies. The reason why I do this podcast is for you to share your success and the challenges, right? Because nothing's always easy. So, and for me, this is podcast is really for you. This is your podcast. It's like, for you to sort of share some of the success, some of the challenges you've had, what it was like growing up, So we do go back a bit and then we go forward. Before we do this, actually, I do like to throw a few icebreakers in because really the question's all about you. But actually, what I want to ask you, so if there was a movie that was made about your life, what would it be, and who would you want to play you?
I'd want to play me, obviously.
Yeah.
Because I'm the star of the show.
You are?
If it was made about my life, Mr. UK TikTok official.
Perfect.
It's got to be, isn't it?
Exactly. Have you ever been told that you like someone famous, and who was it?
Well, some say Eminem Wish. So Eminem Wish, that's about it, really. Okay.
And it's probably one that I know you've had some unfortunate things that happened recently, by the way, which is bloody out of order. So if you were in a fight, this is for someone else that probably doesn't have as many situations as you, but if you were in a situation and could have three people, anybody to help you, who would you choose and why? Could be anyone, famous or anybody on TikTok, whatever. Who would you want to help you and why?
So I'd call The Rock.
That's what
obviously because he's The Rock. He's a hard man, Dwayne Johnson, I call him Dwayne Johnson. Rock Lesnar. Rock Lesnar, because he's another brute. The guy who bodyguarded for me and looked after me when I went to Notting Hill.
Where did you grow up and what was it like where you were?
I grew up where I am now. Yeah. I think we moved here when I was about either 3 or 4.
Did you know what you wanted to be?
Oh, I was quite good at football, so I might have liked to be a footballer. But it's never like, I probably would have liked to be a footballer.
What position did you play? And
up front.
What happens for your football career? Injuries or just
not injuries, just never played anymore. Just played for a while and then just never really played anymore. Just the way it went.
Yeah. Been the most influential person in your life? How have they impacted you?
I guess it sounds, but I influenced me, and obviously it's me.
Yeah.
I'm the one.
Is there anybody, Kevin, that you're doing what you're doing now that you looked up to go, oh, do you know what? Actually, they've sort of inspired me a little bit to do, kind of giving me the motivation. Or there was no one.
No. I saw something on the TV. So the first lockdown came. I was doing silly workouts on Facebook, just trying to work on my mental health, and then something came on the TV and it said the best form of mental health is dancing. I was like, I'm not going to dance inside. I'm going to go outside and dance. I just put my headphones in, went out the door, started dancing up the road for a bit, danced, and then people started bibbing, putting their thumbs out, going oi oi, and I thought something's working here, and it was helping I suffer with this burn in my head still to this day. I don't know what it is, anxiety, whatever. I don't know, but I just went dancing for about 8-9 miles a day with my headphones in, and people bibbing, shouting oi oi, go on mate. Obviously get the odd, those ones, but mostly out of every one negative, there's literally 100 positive.
You don't have to say what school you went to, but obviously you finished school. So
I can say what schools I went to. There's no primary school was Martin Junior. I was one of the cool kids. So I wasn't I was in the cool gang.
Yeah.
Because when you go to school, you got the nerds, you got the cool people. I was one of the cool people, to be honest. Got on with everyone, and we used to always play football with a tennis ball on playtime, and that was it really. So
go to secondary school. You say you're still in the same area. How was that?
Yeah, I went to Christ College secondary school when I went. But again, I was one of the cool kids. What made me even cooler is So I had a fight with somebody who was in my class. We was outside. We were playing a game called Kabaddi. You know, the
I
tennis ball.
remember that. I remember
We were
that.
playing that, and this guy said that was in, and I was going, no, it weren't. Is that? And he pushed me, and we got into a fight. I won, and because the guy was a black belt in karate, they were like, that was it. I was like, whoa, Kev, how did you beat him up? He's a black belt. I said, I just did, just won. That's it. And it was like, oh, he's going to get you after he's going to fight you again. I said, already beat him. How's he going to get me after school? I won. That's it. Like I don't give a shit. From like secondary school, when I went, like I enjoyed it, but when I turned 16, I was walking out the door. I went to go, and I just said to myself, I'm 16. I turned around to see like, guys, I ain't going back. I think my first job, I went to Butlins to work over the Christmas period.
Was you a red coat? You say Butlins?
I wasn't a red coat. No, I wasn't
Okay.
a red coat. I went there as a waiter, and I did it for a few days. Like, and I was just like, I'm not really enjoying this. I just went in. I need to go. I need to go immediately. So I just left the job. I
So
didn't
then,
like it one bit. I didn't really like it. It weren't for me.
yeah, I understand. So I understand you became quite popular promoter, sort of.
Before that, I used to work in a law firm called Bird and Bird Solicitors. Still around today. It's a very big law firm. It's a very respectable law firm. One of the biggest like in the world, to be honest. It's a very big law firm. And I worked in the post room. Started off in the post room. Such an easy job, mate. Literally, you can go round like the building for 5 minutes and then sit down for an hour. I worked my way up to the paralegal department. Didn't like it, and then a friend of mine was promoting a club called Click Nightclub, which was I don't know whether you've heard of it, but it was a very famous nightclub where like loads of celebrities would go in. There was a VIP there, and he was promoting. He started inviting me down to the nights, and like I was enjoying it. And then I think he said he was going on holiday, and he said, does someone want to try and do my guest list for like next week? I'm going on holiday. And I said, I'll have a try. And I like, you invite loads of hot girls down, stuff like that. I had a try. I enjoyed it, but I didn't think I was making much money, to be honest. The money is not in guest list, and I thought the money's in tables. So I started going around every table in every nightclub, getting their number, saying, mate, let me book your table. And then just one day, and also one of my like really good friends, his name is Sheikh Abdullah Al Fassi. Sheikh Abdullah Shams al-Din Al Fassi. He basically, his sister was married to Turkey bin Abdulaziz Al Saud, the brother of King Abdullah, and he introduced me to his cousins, and his cousins started sending all these like people from the Middle East to me. So that's how I started to get to know all these people. And then one day I got a call on my phone, and this guy goes, hello, this is Prince Badr. I want you book my best table at Movida. You must stand outside and wait for us. I come with my cars, my bodyguard, but you must be waiting outside the club when we arrive. We want best table, you know. And so that was my first ever experience with the Saudi rules. And they just started recommending me, and I just started getting so many bookings. I was getting to about 30 to 40 tables a week.
And you talk about this in the podcast I listened to, where that kind of was a start of your relationships, where it kind of you then started having different contacts and people across the Middle East.
Yeah, I started. So I added I added my friend's cousin on Facebook, and just added all her friends. Like she was friends with someone called Sheikh Mo Al Thani. He's like from the royal family in Qatar. I just started adding them all. I thought, you know what, got to go for this. And then I started to research names as well. So billionaire names, I'd like, you know, like Abramovich. That's a billionaire name. So I looked for the Abramovics, and I found Anna Abramovich on Facebook. I added her, and basically got messaging her, trying to get her to be a client, come book tables. And she goes, I think I told her that my dad supports Chelsea, and it was his birthday or something. It's his birthday. So I was like, yeah, I said, it's his birthday tomorrow, and he supports Chelsea. She goes, give me your address. I'm going to send you a shirt. I've got the shirt. I can show you the shirt as well. She goes, give me your address, and I was going to send you a shirt signed by all the Chelsea players. And I thought nothing of it. I thought, nah, she won't do it. I wasn't even sure if it was her. I didn't know. But so the next day, boom, 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 big knock on the door. There's a big minder at the door. Said, is Kevin here? And I was like, Yeah, that's me. And I thought, he goes, this is a gift from Anna. She sent for your father for his birthday. And obviously, it was I've got the shirt. If you want me to show the shirt, I can show it as well. I've shown it before on live.
In between promoting and stuff, how long was you doing that for
From
internationally?
2020 to about, I think I ended promoting, I think it was in about 2014. I had a really, really bad breakdown, and it affected me. Affected me really badly mentally. I couldn't go out. I nearly took my own life. It was really bad. I was in a really, 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 really bad place. I didn't want to take antidepressants because my mum takes them, and I thought I don't want to do that because I've seen what they've done to her. They've made her so ill.
Yeah.
They've made her so ill, and I don't want to be in that same position. But I had no choice because I wasn't sleeping. I couldn't sleep, and every day I was just saying to my family, "Oh, I want to, like, in my life, I want to." And so in the end,
Was it pressure, Kevin? Was it pressure from doing the job, like from the
yeah,
pressure from
yeah,
the?
it was a very like the the clubbing industry wasn't as like it was a very snaky industry to be in. Like people would steal your clients. Basically, I went to Cannes with a guy called Milan, who was a promoter as well. A Milan and a Booty, they were called. I told them secrets of promoting. I told them how I used to research names on like Google and find people on like Facebook and Adam. And I told them all my secrets. And you're booking the table. You're the prince, and the prince's friend don't like he's a party person, but he's not rich as the prince, obviously. So he is rich, like very rich, like insanely rich, but he'll still want his cut of the prince's table. So I'm your friend, you're the prince. I'm gonna go to the promoter, book the table, and get my cut. So what happened was, I said to Milan and Abudi, I wouldn't do that. And Milan and Abudi did do that, and they become very successful at doing it. But I never wanted to do it. Never wanted to approach people and say like their friends. I just wanted to book the tables how I booked them. So they stole an insane amount of my clients, an insane amount.
Wow, that's. And I think the last question on that really is, if you was to give some advice, Kevin, to anybody like maybe thinking about getting into promoting or do what you've done back then, what advice would you give to somebody so they to not say to learn from your mistakes, but to give them a bit more of
Don't
a
never give out your secrets. Don't tell
yeah.
your way. Don't never tell someone your secrets of how you promote. That's the best advice because I literally ruined myself by doing that. They literally, I'm not joking. They were making tens of thousands of pounds a week because I
Wow.
told them my secrets.
So after that 2014, like obviously glad that you've got through that sort of difficult
Mm.
situation. What happened next?
So after going through the breakdown,
Yeah,
I went through a like really hard time. When I got through it, I still suffer with this burning in my head now, but
you can manage it now a bit
yeah,
better.
I
You
can
can
manage
manage
it a
it.
bit better now. So, but
Yeah.
I wasn't able to work, so I was on ESA. I was going for meetings. I was on ESA. Got to get something that's going to snap me out of this, and I just went and done a CSCS course, so I could obviously be a labourer. And after doing the CSS course, I went and started doing labouring, and I was enjoying it, and it was making me feel better mentally. Like seriously, if you're suffering with mental health and you can go and be a labourer, go and do it. It's really good for your mental health. You're having fun, jokes with the people on site. Maybe they're having a bit of a banter with you. I think at this time, when the first lockdown came, um,
It was gone, wasn't it?
I think I was Mr. UK TikTok. Um, this no, I first joined TikTok and I didn't know what I was doing. I
I mean,
posted my first video was me posting like just opening my door with a key. It got 1,000 views. I thought, whoa! All I've done was open a door with a bloody key. 1,000 views. Then I was doing loads of like really really stupid stuff, like duetting people, really pathetic stuff, like doing all the trends, like just looking like a right old muppet on air. Like I'm not joking. If I had my original account, I'd be on millions of followers without a
yeah,
bloody doubt.
about
Um,
30 or is it about 30 or 40 that have been closed
68,
or
68.
68?
But my Mr. UK TikTok, I deleted it. I deleted it. And I never reinstated it. So I never actually got banned on Mr. UK TikTok. And maybe once I go to TikTok, I might be able to use that name.
Yeah.
I'll speak to him about it. Um, then I came off it
Yeah.
was off it for about 6 months, and I came back, and I came back as Mr. UK TikTok official. I got to go back again because on Mr. UK TikTok, I did start dancing on Mr. UK TikTok, and like I said, the first lockdown came. I was doing silly workouts inside. It's somewhat some like doctor thing came on the TV and was like, the best form of mental health is dancing. So I went out with my headphones and started dancing. I was getting loads of really good reactions. So I thought,
Did you were you trained? Were you a trainer dancer at all, or this just like stuff you
no, I
just
always
kind
used to
of?
dance. I was a good dancer. I always danced in the clubs, innit?
Yeah.
I taught myself. I was like, I used to go to, like, back in the day, I used to go to places like Eros, and I'd be dancing and people go
Oh,
around me in
that
a
place.
circle. Yeah. So I would go there. I'd actually go there. I was working at the time. I'd go there on a work night, go out clubbing, then go to work. Oh, and I used to drink then as well.
Obviously, you've done, mate. Obviously, I've only really got into this recently. You've done amazingly well. I think it's quite obvious. There's obviously the challenges whenever you're in the public eye. You're doing well for different reasons. If you're right or wrong, you get criticised and stuff.
Mm.
What I was going to ask was, like, how do you deal with that? And also, obviously, how does the family and parents deal with it?
Well, I deal with it. Obviously, I deal with it. My family,
Yeah,
they don't like TikTok. They hate TikTok. Like, we've had a lot of stuff happen. Like, people have sent fake takeaways. Someone sent they sent a male escort here.
oh
Like,
man,
and, yeah, and, like, knocked at the door. Like, nah, mate. I don't think so, brother. I think so. You've been trolled. Um, they even got someone to like a delivery driver to lie. A delivery driver somehow they must have paid them or something, but they got a delivery driver to say, I threatened them with a baseball bat. I don't even own a baseball bat. I would never do anything like that. So I had to be go questioned at the police station about that.
because the thing as well, you can't. I can imagine you can't actually deal with every single troll, like because you just that's all that you would do. So how do you pick your battles, right? I can imagine probably at first you wanted to battle everyone, right? But you can't do that now. I can imagine that must be a challenge. How do you basically pick and choose your battles, mate? Like I see sometimes you're right, you laugh about it. Sometimes it upset. I can see you get upset about it. So
Oh yeah, no. If they say certain things about obviously
your
people I
family
care
and stuff,
about,
and you,
like
yeah,
family, I get really really angry. Like seriously, like if they keep saying this, the P, the N word.
yeah.
I think like that's the thing they try and say.
Loads of it. That
They
is the
say it to a
load.
lot. I'm not the only one who it gets sent to. There's a lot of people on social media that get said to because it's the one to hurt them the most, and
Yeah.
it does. It hurts a lot of people. Anyone on social media who's quite big in the public eye and gets that name said to him, not going to like it.
Yeah, do you know what, Kevin? The problem like, that I find is if mud sticks, right? If someone might have said, "Oh, I think he's done that," and then right, okay,
Mhm.
it then becomes that. That's it. Now that's it. You're kind of like tarnished, and it's really hard to change that perception. Is that,
Yeah,
by the way?
they
Is
all
that
follow.
you?
They're all like sheep, mate. They all follow us on TikTok. They should be called toxic because they all follow like sheep. They're all jumping on board like little sheep. You know what I mean? It's pathetic. I've actually like it's not just TikTok. It's outside of TikTok. They're like
Yeah,
they come and approach me on my lives, don't they? They try and they've tried to steal my hats. Someone threw flour over me. Um,
yeah. Do you know what?
it's
I've got an example actually where this is something that's happened recently, and it makes me laugh how perception changes. So I don't know if you're familiar with Dele Alli. He plays for Tottenham, right?
yeah, of
And
course, hundred
basically,
percent.
everyone for the last however many
Thank
years,
you,
3 or 4
Ricky.
years, saying he's ruined his career, he's lazy, he doesn't do anything. He's like, absolutely gets completely the most negative feedback. And obviously now he's come out and started to talk about some of the challenges and battles he's had to face, right? And he went very deep with Gary Neville on a program recently, and it's suddenly because of that, because of the way he came out and explained and being honest. Now everyone's perception has changed. So it just shows you how people have tarnished that guy because he left Spurs, he went to go to Everton, didn't work out, went to Turkey, didn't work, and everyone's saying, "Oh, he's just lazy, he's earned too much money." And then because now he's shared stuff, people are like, "Oh, actually, you know what? That makes sense." But why does he have to do that? So anyway, I don't get too deep about this because, but I know this is obviously
Yes,
one of the
Ricky.
challenges to get to where you are now. So I actually do want to talk about your singing, about making producing some songs. So you would have, I don't know if you've heard my promo that I did for TikTok. I picked a couple, 2 or 3 of your songs. So where did that? What kind of motivated you to do that?
So I used to always be I used to call my people, I think, the OGs, right? And I used to just mess around. We used to be list of music. I used to be jamming, and I just put on a uh, instrumental of "If I Ruled the World," and
Right.
I just made that song just from scratch on TikTok, like with the beat on the TV, and then I just started rapping. I just came up with all that. So I was at work. I was working at the same time as well. So I was coming home doing my like, and there was a guy. We're all right now. His name's Jake Randall, right? He said to me, um, "Oh mate, you think I've got more followers than you? So what makes you think you're so big on this app? I have more followers than you. So I've got something in the lyrics that say, uh, is it you got more followers than me? What are you saying? I can't remember. See, I haven't sung that song for a long time. I can't remember all the words. This ain't it goes. This ain't even the beginning. I'm gonna keep on winning. Yeah, I'm shining. People try to copy me. Yep, coming in my Instagram. So he messaged me on Instagram. His name's Jake Randall, and he came and he goes, coming in my Instagram saying I'm bigger than you. I got more followers and I don't even say that I'm a star too. And then I said to him, well, listen to me, mate. I'm getting filmed every day out there. People get their phones out and filming me, and that's what happens to an up and coming celebrity. Yeah. So basically, he inspired that bit of the song, and then it just all went from there. And it's
Yeah.
bits of it mention my life. So I say at the end of it, about knowing a prince called Prince Khalid, and I
Yeah.
do know Prince Khalid. So, and I did stay at the Berkeley Hotel because his mum, because his. So I say in the song, the princess was on the phone to me, and she did say, Kevin, I've got your room, come here. You know, you, just basically, yeah, like I've got your room for the week, and I stayed at the Berkeley Hotel. They treated me. She said, you're like family. And I do know a lot of people from the Middle East. I'm friends with a lot of royalty from the Middle East. This is no cap. People think you're friends with royalty, but you're going to have all their money and all their wealth. That's not always how it works.
Yeah.
You know, what I mean,
So
you've probably
hold on.
got some very wealthy friends. It doesn't mean I'm not saying you're not wealthy. You probably are, and I don't know. Anyway, that's nothing to do with me. But you have probably got wealthy friends. It doesn't mean because you've got a friend that's a millionaire or billionaire that you have their money.
Exactly. Yeah. I hear you. First, have you got a favourite song that you've made so far, and also have you got any more plans to make more?
Um, Well, obviously there was a guy who so basically did a diss track first, right? And then he sent me a track and he said, "I want you to be on this." And that is insane. The track he's done is better than any of. He don't understand it. It's better than any of his tracks. And he was like, "I'm not allowed to do it. Do it with you. My record company won't let me." So he goes, "But you can still use the song." I'm waiting to get obviously XY level on it. He said he wants to jump on it, and I'm going to use that same song. Yes, he does mention his name on the track, but it's it's bloody good.
Yeah. No. Some of them I actually like the one like the Rocky one. Is it the Rocky? Is it the Rocky one?
Oh yeah.
So I use that as my the promo, the beginning bit. I actually do like that. I know it's got a bit of the old bit of Rocky bit in
The
it.
thing
Actually,
is,
that was quite catchy.
so I made that from scratch as well. I just made it off listening off the. I didn't produce it. It's not been produced or nothing. I just made it. Used an instrumental beat off YouTube, played it on the TV, and made it. I
Yeah.
can't even remember that one. How does that one even go? I can't remember.
Oh, I
I
do.
can't even-
I'm not even gonna try and so that I can see because I can't. But so obviously you've got to spin off from that. So the whole thing that you go out and do the sort of the dancing with the JBL or whatever speaker you got here, and how did that start? You obviously I know you said you're quite like starting to do some dancing, but
well,
it's a bit
first I
different
was
than dancing. But you obviously got a bit of a thing that you created.
first I was wearing headphones and dancing along. And I thought, hold on, no one can hear the music. I got to go and get something where they can hear the music. So I just went out. I didn't always used to be on live. I'll go out with the speaker, just dancing, and I'm going walking through Camden, walking through everywhere, and everyone's like, "What? This guy is jamming, bro. What? This guy is like something else, mate. Like getting spotted by people." Like there's so much love out there. Forget about TikTok. Outside there is so much love. I
Yeah,
wouldn't do it. Otherwise, I would not do this.
yeah.
I would not do this if I was getting loads of hate.
But the problem is though, it's like everything, isn't it? Like you might do 100 things that are brilliant, and then one thing that's not. And that sometimes that can affect you a little bit, especially at the
Yeah,
beginning. But you get used to it. But
yeah,
somebody might only see that one thing, but don't see the other 100 things. And that's the so
exactly.
frustrating part of anything you do. That all those things, you're always going to get one comment that says, "Oh, you're rubbish," not like that, or not for me, or you might, and people don't see the other 100. So
They jump on like bandwagons, mate. And no, people are scared to comment because they report their comments. They do whatever, mate. They report the gifters. They report the gifters. They report their comments. People are scared to comment in the live because of these fools on here.
yeah, no, I hear you. And so what would you say has been I guess the best probably one, a memory? What's been your best probably one that you've done that you're most proud of? I think you've talked about something
When I,
Cornwall or somewhere
no,
in Europe. What's the best one?
I was proud of in like Cornwall, but the best thing I say whatever happened to me, I was dancing outside um the Houses of Parliament, and Steve Aoki walked past,
Oh, really?
and but I made a bit of a boo boo because I went, "Oh, you're from LMFAO. You're from that LMFAO group, aren't you?" And then I looked again. I knew it was Steve Aoki. I was like, "Oh my god!" But he said to me before I'd said that, he was like, "Mate, you're a legend. Keep doing what you're doing." But you know what happened? He put me on his story, and then the trolls messaged him, and he took it down. Because I thought obviously he's in the public eye, he'll know about trolling and he'll take no notice. But yeah, they mass messaged him.
Yeah, again, that's just that little thing. So, actually, just on that then. So, obviously, that was one that you saw. So, what's his name?
Soldier Boy.
Soldier Boy. Yeah, when he came on. Obviously, I guess you've had a few of them. By the way, actually, talking about that, the guy you had on today, that singer,
He's famous, isn't he?
Is he actually a famous person?
He's a
Or is he just one
multi-platinum
guy?
artist. He's a
Oh,
multi-platinum
mate, he
artist. A
was.
Park. It's also, I'm sorry to jump in, but he basically says he wants to know your name and then he'll just sing a song
Yeah,
about you
I'll
because he
find
kept
that.
saying Kevin. I was like, is this coincidence or is he talking
Yeah.
about Kevin? And it was just like, wow.
Mate, he was incredible. So you mentioned you had a really, really good meeting today from TikTok, obviously.
Oh
Is that something that's
It wasn't a meeting; it was a phone call, and
sorry, but you know, I mean, I call that a meeting now because the way
yeah,
how things are.
I would say it went really well. They just said they
Yeah,
want me to draw up a business plan,
yeah,
come in for a meeting next week, and they want to look over the business plan, what my idea of being an agency is, and going forward, if they're actually going to let me have my own agency from there. But I was just excited because I said, "Oh my god, I'm actually
yeah,
going to come to the TikTok offices." I'm actually. I was like, I said to her, "This is a dream." I think she was like, "What?" I go, "Yeah,
yeah.
this is it." So she said, like, so she's gone. You know, when you're an agency, there's a lot of work. Do you work? I said, "No, TikTok is what I do. TikTok is my life." I said, TikTok, what I do? TikTok is, and I said, if you entitle me to have an agency, I'm literally going to make that the best agency going. I told her the truth as well. I said, because they're about money. I said, if I battle people, trolls gift the other side.
Yeah.
I told her the exact truth, but I said, I'll make sure some of these people are in my agency. So I'm going to only battle my agency people. And I said, it's a win-win
Yeah.
because they're about
Has
money.
anybody else done something like this before, or is this completely brand new
No,
sort
there's
of
loads of
idea?
agencies. No, there's loads of agencies on TikTok. There's loads, but the difference between those agencies and mine is like I just told you. The trolls gift the other side.
Right. Okay. I was going to say on that as well. So, I guess is there anything that you know? You obviously must mention that the problems, the challenge you get. Is there anything that TikTok are looking to do to stop this sort of stuff happening? Or
We
is it
didn't
like,
really talk
is it
about
like
like
Twitter?
I talked about a few things. He goes, we'll protect your account,
Right.
but with trolling, we don't really get involved. It's not our what we do. We're here to um make you a success on TikTok and basically have your agency. That they're not. She's not. I said. She goes. I can't get rid of troll accounts, but if people are copying, if people are stealing your stuff, it's called copyright infringement, and we can take their accounts down. If people are literally using your name, pretending to be you, they can get rid of those accounts. So I'm going to get rid of every account with Mr. UK TikTok on it.
Right. So if you was to talk to yourself at the age of 18, you could talk to yourself at 18 right now. What would you say to him? What would you say to Kevin at 18 years old?
I'll say,
Then,
Kev, mate, why the hell did you give away Kev, why did you give away your secrets when like you were so good at what you're doing?
yeah,
Um, but if I didn't give away those secrets, I might not be on TikTok and I might not
yeah,
even be here today. I might have I might have drunk and like, 'cause I used to drink, I used to I used to take narcotics and stuff. I had a really bad addiction, um, which has probably caused the burning in my head and caused me to
yeah.
be a bit crazy. but I wouldn't be here on TikTok today if I. So I don't know. I guess I'd say to myself at 18, you did everything the right way, Kev. Just keep going.
Yeah. Do you have any kind of, do you have any, other than the secrets and stuff, do you have any other regrets that, looking back at your sort of career so far, would you have done anything differently?
So when I used to book tables, I had a serious client. He had bodyguards. One week he'd book with me, then he'd book with this Arabic guy, then he'd book with me, then he'd book this Arab. I basically said, "Listen, mate, go," because I had loads of clients. I said, "Listen, mate, go and book with him." The guy's name was Fauzi. I said, "Go and book with Fauzi because I can't be bothered." And I basically told uh, the late King Abdullah's son to do one.
Oh, God. Right,
Yeah,
okay. Is
like
that like kind of a bit of a snowball effect to the family? That kind of goes right?
and then he basically sent all his cousins to Fauzi.
Oh, no. What kind of gives you the motivation every day, like to get on TikTok, go through, you know what your day's like, and you have your
The
ups and downs.
dancing, the
What
dancing,
gives the
it makes me feel,
motivation?
the dancing, because when I do it, it makes me feel alive. It makes me feel so good. The dancing, the singing, it makes me feel amazing. It really does. It's like, how did, uh, how can this make you feel so good? How can it
Yeah.
like take away the burning in your head? How can, you know what I mean?
And you
It's
talked
like,
about Miami. Is this? Are you trying to make this now more not just in Europe, but more like worldwide? Like the thing that you've done with the dancing and the
yeah, no.
speaking. Just about mention
So,
Miami. The next one of the next places you're looking to
so
go.
when I get to Miami, TikTok is massive in America. It's huge.
Is it?
TikTok is like massive in America. So when I get to Miami, and I start dancing out there. Obviously, you got all celebrities. P Diddy lives there. Loads of like Will Smith's got a place there. The Kardashians have a place there. All these people have it, so they're going to see this stuff. Look, in America, they love this sort of thing. I was
Yeah.
in with someone from America, and they find it wacky, crazy. So when they see me dancing, they're going to film me, aren't they? And I'm going to go, MrUKTikTok.com. I always say that. So when they say that, they go to my website and
Yeah.
they'll find where I am, my TikTok and everything. So yeah, I think it's the PR out there is going to be insane.
Yeah. So what do you do in your spare time? So we're not doing all this craziness. What do you do for fun?
I'll just relax. I'll just take it easy in it.
Yeah.
If I'm not on TikTok, I'm just taking it. I'm relaxing, taking it easy.
Got any
Uh,
hobbies?
when no, when not really. Obviously, when I was with my ex, I'd go meet her. Like we'd go out, just do like what exes will do: go out, have some fun, enjoy the day. But mostly, no, there hasn't been any hobbies or anything like
Yeah.
that. It's just I don't watch TV. I haven't watched TV since I've been on TikTok. I don't watch TV. Um,
Obviously,
yeah,
you're doing some crazy bad hours, isn't it? It's like
yeah.
very
You do
unsociable
have to
at
sometimes
times.
do some crazy mad hours.
Yeah. But what are you looking forward to in the future, personally and professionally?
So in my personal life, I just want to be happy. I want to
Yeah.
be like with somebody that I love, be happy, and just hopefully we're enjoying life together. And professionally, I want to be the most successful TikToker in the world. I want to be the biggest TikToker in the world.
Okay.
That's what I want
Uh,
to be. That's my goal, to be the biggest on this app ever.
yeah.
And it's
Uh,
a big statement.
it
So
is.
it's a big statement, but I kept saying, I said, the number one trending in the UK, soon to be the world. And the amount of people that started putting me on their stuff, you had Alex, I am Alex, who's got like 2 million subscribers on YouTube, put me on his YouTube. Like Ed Matthews also put me on his YouTube. And all these people will put me on all their platforms. They've stopped now, but when they see how big I start to get when I'm in Miami, it will all kick off again. They'll all start like trying to use me for a bit of clout.
Well,
I
by the
am
way,
the clout maker.
did I listen right that you want to get trained by Ed Matthews and you want to have a bare knuckle fight with
Oh
one of
yeah.
these things?
Only if the money's right. The money has to be right. I'm not having a bare knuckle fight for like, £100,
Oh my
£300,
God. He's
£500.
nuts anyway, he is. I love him and HS, what they do. So the things they get
No,
away with.
they're legends.
They
Him and
make me laugh.
HS,
I watch a lot of it. Watch a lot of it.
HS Tiki Toki are and Ed Matthews are legends, but HS does sometimes overstep the mark with his way he is and what he's doing, but he needs to be careful. But
Yeah, he
both
does.
both of them together are legends. Like, yeah, hats off to both of them. Like, yeah, fly me out
All right.
if you listen to this HS Tiki Toki, fly me out to Dubai and get me to make a track. I'll literally take General G on any day, bro. Yes, Dave.
How do you want to be remembered?
as that guy that was dancing, that dance and sing on his lives and just lit up the world. That's it.
Yeah.
Like going around making people smile, making people join in, be happy. That's it. That guy that did that, and also um like became really successful and like changed a lot of things in the world. Like helped a lot of people out and did a lot of things to change the world.
Right. And you know what? I've got loads of other questions, but I'm conscious. I'm gonna leave it to that. But if obviously, so again, I know you're on TikTok now, but where can people find your stuff on social media? Like what?
Everything can be found on my website. My new,
Yeah.
obviously, I had to make another Instagram. I might get it back. I don't know yet, but it's not looking kind of great every time I try to log in. So everything can be found. My new Instagram is the same as my name here, Mr. UK TikTok is back. Exactly the same as it's spelt on here. That's my new Instagram. That's how they can find it.
Mate, absolutely amazing, by the way. And just say, is there anything else that I haven't asked you? You want to cover anything you want to mention? I feel like
Not,
I've kind of like interviewed
not
you.
really. You have covered quite a lot. You have
Yeah,
covered quite a lot.
cool.
And what I would say is I have helped a lot of people and done a lot of things out on here. Like I helped there was a little boy, he had something like some sort of something wrong with his brain, and I basically phoned up Vistaprint and I told them what I was doing, and they sent me a free banner. They sent me a free banner so with his GoFundMe, and I was going out every day
Wow.
dancing like on the motorway bit near mine, so people would film me with that banner and look at it. And I did find someone to pay the bill, but she said the hospital won't give an invoice. So
Yes. And by the way, I've seen you done some other stuff for homeless people over
yeah,
periods of time.
I,
I think
like
that's
I
credit.
tried to help a homeless woman called Maria who lives in well doesn't well resides in Brighton outside the Tesco's in Brighton. I set up a GoFundMe for her, everything, and she even snaked me. She snaked me. I got loads of tents and sleeping bags for homeless people. Took them out, gave them out, but people, because I didn't film everything. Someone made a bloody Facebook saying I'm selling tents and bloody sleeping bags. It's crazy what they tried to do to bring you down.
Yeah. Listen, I think I've done this quite a long time. I want to say thank you, by the
Well,
way.
it's been a pleasure. Thank you, DJ Scottos. It has been a pleasure. I look forward to listening to it over
Yeah, I'm
when
gonna.
you get it
Yeah,
all
I was
done
gonna
and
say
dusted.
what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna basically put it onto. It'll go to YouTube and obviously I'll share it. Again, I feel like the questions I've asked you, you've been very honest. I appreciate it. And I'll
Always,
be in touch.
always like to come on live with you. Don't worry, mate. It's been a pleasure.